Hello everyone and welcome back to the Legacy Challenge here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts, and I will be joined shortly by Ben Huang, but yeah, he's busy at the counter. There's lots of people here at the store. We have our quarterfinals here. Dale Lumakbas, which you saw earlier on in the stream, he's on the left side. He's playing the Eldrazi deck. He's going to go against Zoilo Maralag, who, well, I'm not quite sure what deck he's running. I haven't been able to make the rounds today, but we're going to see in a short while. Yeah, so thanks for staying tuned. All 25 of you. I know there's 100 other things you could be doing on the internet right now. I'm glad you're here with us and watching this stream, and we hope you enjoy it as well. All right, so Dale here on the Eldrazi deck, and it looks like Zoilo has a very spicy deck. That's not Scrat, is it? No, it's not. Is that goblins? Yeah. Okay. All right. So interesting deck here. Interesting deck choice, and I think this will be a very interesting matchup if Dale is able to. If Dale is able to, get out his big fatties early on, I think Zoilo's going to have a little. He's going to have a run for his money for sure. But yeah, if Dale stumbles just a little bit, he'll be in a lot of trouble. Which, granted that sometimes you don't draw as well as you would like, but some days are like that. Wow, Dale's hand looks like it's got gas. It's got the lands. Ancient Tomb probably going to lead off with. Okay, so he doesn't have the Eldrazi Mimic, but that's fine. He's going to have turn 2 Thought Knots here if he can help it. His opponent goes turn 1. What's that? Blood Moon. Oh, what a shutdown. Oh, man. Okay. But Dale still has a way to get back into this game. All he has to do is just lay lands and cast his spells and slowly get back into it. But yeah, an early Blood Moon here is going to be very difficult for Dale. Jite here on Zoilo's side. Probably going to follow up with a goblin of some type. I hope so. Does he have turn 3 play? Yeah, he does. City of Traders there. One of the ways to get around City of Traders is to actually just cast the City of Traders. But yeah, Trinisphere here. Preventing all spells will be minimum 3 mana to cast. And if they are less than 3, then it just takes more mana to cast it. And is that... What card is this? This one I'm not quite sure. And I don't have Ben with me right now, but yeah, I am curious. Anybody in the chat knows what card just went onto the battlefield? That would be nice to know. Dale here, just no access to colorless mana, which means that he almost can't cast anything from his hand. But he's going to cast a Chalice for 2, which I don't think is going to be very, very useful here since his opponent, Zoilo, has already got a creature and the, and the GT on board. Such a library for another goblin. Okay, so... what card is this? I should know it. And I'm going to look it up right now. It's not a matron, is it? No, it's not a matron. Man, I am confused. Yeah, if anybody can tell me what this card is, I am very, very confused. But anyway, Goblin Realm Master here, gonna hit the battlefield and is going to to great effect. Man, Dale just here being shut out by the Blood Moon, his entire deck just not able to operate with the Blood Moon on the battlefield. This is going to be a very quick game. They're just going through motions, I'm guessing. But yeah, looks for a second Rebel Master. Oh man, this must be really, really bad. Like Dale's just like shaking his head. There's zero ways for him to interact with his opponent right now. I don't even think Dale just has anything that he can do. He didn't even stumble, man. I was saying like earlier on, if he did stumble for like one turn, the game's over. But the game's literally quite over. What he needs to do now is to have a what do you call it? Another mountain. He needs to have this. What card is that? All is dust, right? And even all is dust is not gonna help him much. Here the Thorn of Amethyst not gonna affect his opponent. His opponent is just gonna be casting creature spells all day long. It's not even casting a creature spell. He is yeah. Wow, Thought Knots here stuck in hand. And that was a very, very, very quick game. Yeah. Oh well, it was very interesting. Is it Goblin Machinist? No. Mock Catcher, right. Mock Catcher. The art looks a bit weird though. So Mock Catcher for 3 mana, tap, search your library for a goblin card and put that card into play. Then shuffle your library. I think very quick, very fast. Put the card into play and then shuffle your library. Very quick game there by Zoilo with the turn 1 Blood Moon. So Dale here just needs to figure out how to defend against the turn 1 Blood Moon, and we see him taking out the some amounts of what do you call it? Chalice of the Void, which is what I would do. I'm not quite sure Zoilo's approach here. Yes, correct. Mock Catcher is the one. Yeah, I was searching the wrong thing. I was searching like creature search, and then I had a long list of things. When actually, yes, he's just a goblin mercenary. It's a Mock Catcher. So cool, very cool. So yeah, Dale here just Zoilo here just intending to slam that Blood Moon as early as he can. But Dale just needs to be able to, I don't know, what can Dale do? He's got to have some colored mana. He needs, to deal with that Blood Moon when it hits the battlefield. Of course, that was a very exceptional hand. The fact that you had the Ancient Tomb on turn 1, along with the Simian Spirit Guide. It can be a very fast clock. You basically just locked out your opponent for the entire game. So it might not be so lucky in game 2, but of course you engineer your decks to be as resilient and to be as statistically resilient. So yeah. Thanks Nafipon for pointing that out. It is indeed the Mock Catcher. I suppose Dale is going to go first. He might not know, his opponent might not have the same play as the last game. So this was pretty quick. So and the rest of the tables are not done yet, which is very concerning to me. Which means that if they end their games pretty early, we will need to go to a replay. But I hope that won't be the case. So yeah. Still waiting on Ben. Ben's actually answering a call for some rules, to define some rules. But the stores less busy now. The top 8 are playing, which is very nice. Yeah, Ben making sure that all players are having fun. Poe Solomon, which you saw in round 4, will be playing against Joe and Poe. And off the races, we are both players keeping their 7, and Dale starting off with a Eldrazi Mimic. Zoilo here needs to be careful. They're revealing, yeah. Also be careful with his hand, revealing the Simian Spirit Guide. And he's going to go for it. Simian Spirit Guide into... Is that Magus of the Moon? Yes, Magus of the Moon. Which means that Dale's kind of shut down for a while until he can find a way to get rid of the Magus of the Moon, which is considerably easier than getting rid of enchantment. But since your land are all mountains, that's going to be a little tough. Unless you have the mind to sideboard in a lightning bolt. That would be interesting. Magus of the Moon just as good as Blood Moon. And then it's got legs, but you can kill a Magus of the Moon easily. Anyway, just thoughts about myself. Thinking to myself. Also, Magus of the Moon is not a goblin, so you can't search it out with Mob Catcher. But you have 8 copies of Blood Moon in your deck, which is fantastic. I'm guessing Magus of the Moon is something that's in the previous deck. Okay, so Endless One gonna hit the battlefield, and the Eldrazi Mimic gonna swing in for 3. Now, Zoilo will probably want to cast. Okay, no, just make another dude. Just swing in. He has to block. Sorry, not he has to block. He has to attack. So he's swinging in for 1 damage. That's fine. You still got that 3/3 on the other side, which is looking quite menacing. And right now, Zoilo cannot attack, but he definitely can. Dale cannot attack, but he can definitely block. Zoilo can't block. Sorry. Oh man, my brain is everywhere today. So putting in another token, he's just going to take 2. That's okay. Take 1 and block off the other guy. And Mob Catcher enters the battlefield. Very nice, very aptly. Waiting. So what I think is going to happen is that they're going to create another token. Just going to swing it in. And use Mob Catcher to look for... Okay. Or not. Second copy of Blood Moon hits the battlefield, and he's going to swing in with those 2 tokens. Kills off 1, just takes 1. So next turn, what's going to happen is Mob Catcher going to swing in. Not Mob Catcher, sorry. The tokens are going to swing in, and the end step, he's going to look for a Rebel Master. And then on his next turn, look for a Rebel Master. Unless, of course, he's going to look for a Rebel Master now, which is, I think, is going to be a mistake. I hope he doesn't look for a Rebel Master right now, because he has to lose 1. And not very profitably, by the way. Siege Gang Commander would be awesome, but does he have enough mana? Yeah, he still has enough mana to get rid of one of his dudes. So... what would he be looking for? That would be very useful right now. Anything that prevents his opponent from blocking. Oh, what is that card? This one's an interesting one. Okay. Wow, do you know how many goblins there are? I need to go and filter out for goblin. Wow, I have no clue. Oh, is that Kiki Jiki? Yeah, that's Kiki Jiki. No, that's not Mirror Breaker. Why am I? Yeah, that is. That is. Sorry, that's the old. I think. Oh, interesting. Okay, so Kikijiki is going to make a copy of Rebel Masters. So now both Rebel Masters have to attack, which is a bad thing. That's why he shouldn't do that. Relax, man. Relax. Okay, so he's going to get 2 more tokens, and they're all going to swing in. And if Dale is anything, if Dale knows what's up, just block the original Rebel Master. I think you can take the damage from the other Rebel Master. Get rid of them both. So he gets, each of them gets +4, +0. So he's just going to block both. I think you could, which leaves next turn to, that Dale will be, Zoilo will be able to swing in with the Kiki-Jiki. But he does get rid of both Rebel Masters, which does save him a lot of life. So instead of taking 8, it takes 3, going down to 11. So, yeah. Is there another version of Kiki Jiki, by the way? Oh man, life must be hard when you. Alright, so he's going to look for a Rebel Master. He's going to use Kiki Jiki to copy the Rebel Master, which means that he's going to get extra tokens, and the second Rebel Master will be able to attack. Dale here is in a lot of trouble because he's going to be taking 12 damage this turn. If he has no response to this, he is a goner. He could actually attack with the Magus of the Moon as well, just in case he thinks it's not enough damage. But yeah, Dale here, just looking at a grip full of cards, he's going to tap, and all it does is a tribal sorcery. I believe all it does is tribal sorcery, right? Not tribal instant. You have to play on your turn. Yeah, it's a tribal sorcery. No! Did he mess it up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he's only got 6 mana. He needed the 7 mana. And he was going to draw the Simian Spirit Guide, which means that he could have gone off next turn. Unfortunately, he's like 1 turn behind, just 1 turn shy. That can be quite frustrating. Anyway, well, that ends the game between Dale and Zoilo. Wow, that interaction is just fantastic. And the fact that you have 8 copies of Blood Moon in your deck, you're definitely going to draw it. And it's a fantastic deck to play, just mono red with lots of, City of Traitors and Ancient Tombs. Very cool deck. I have not seen this deck being played throughout the entire day or whenever we've been covering Legacy, which I think we've done like 1 or 2 times only. Alright, we're going to go for a short break while the rest of the tables are playing. And in the meantime, I'm going to leave you with a replay of our previous Legacy Challenge tournament. We have this every month, or we're trying to have this every month. And luckily, this month we have it. Cool. Alright, but before I go, just to remind you that there are other shows that you can watch. You can catch us on Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Singapore time. Remember, that's GMT +8. We are here based in Singapore. And if you're ever in Singapore, do come down, Grey Ogre Games. It is at 83 Club Street. Fun place to be. Is this little haven in the middle of the town area. Love it. I'm not an employee of the shop, by the way, but I love this place. Wednesday night, right. I'm thinking of where I stopped off, right. Wednesday night, you can also watch Modern, 8 p.m. Singapore time as well. Thursday night, sometimes when Ben is around, we love to stream our Vintage because Vintage is such a weird format. And finally, on the weekends like these, we also have tournaments. It's fun to play, it's fun to watch. And to keep up with all the updates, make sure you follow this channel and you follow the Facebook page. Make sure that you keep yourself updated with all the tournaments that we do, because we do update them. Finally, last but not least, if you don't listen to Power 9 Podcast, please do pay our partners a visit at power9podcast.com. Every week they come up with interesting topics for the podcast. They're more like lifestyle MTG, talking about the story, which is this week's episode. And doing interesting things. The last video that we put up, I had my brother try to guess card prices. He doesn't know much about Magic, and that went really well. Needless to say, you can sell him very, very lousy cards at very, very high prices. All right, we're going to go for a break. We'll be right back, so don't go away.